Hi, my name is Haziq Ali Khan and I am a lawyer and a teacher, and I welcome you all to our show named Legal-o-phile, where we are going to let you know of your legal rights and obligations and some unusual things about the laws which are exercised around the world. So, for today, we have covered the topic for the students' rights which you people might be interested in knowing in your respective institutions. For that, we will be talking about the bullying, ragging, harassment, favoritism or fee hikes issue, and also the debate regarding the student councils. Number two, we would be talking about certain sports laws which you might be interested in, with a special focus on the Pakistan-India clash during the Asia Cup. And to end the show, we might be talking about some interested laws which might blow your minds off. Having said that, moving to the bullying, ragging issues which you might face in your respective institutions. So I would like to put an emphasis on the point that there is a very big difference between having some fun time or jokes with someone or bullying them, ragging them or harassing them. So this line shall be drawn. And in order to ensure this, the laws are there to protect the individuals. For that sake, I would like to bring your attention to the fact that if you feel harassed or bullied somewhere, so you can simply first of all go to your institution's cell. So yes, for your information, your institutions are supposed to have certain cells in order to give the redressal to the people who are victims of certain actions. Okay, if that does not work out, then you can simply reach out to the AGC's complaint cell, which has been mandated to look after certain cases. Not only that, in case you still not feel redressed, you can go to the FOSPA, the full form of which is basically available on your screens. Now, this brings me to the point that you all must be knowing that harassment is irrespective of gender. I would like to reiterate on the point that harassment has nothing to do with the gender. I know many of the boys who actually felt harassed due to the actions of certain people around them. And for that, you can simply go to FOSPA and get your grievances redressed. And for the women of Punjab, there is a good news that there has been an app and a helpline functioning just to take care of the harassment cases. So you can simply reach out to the number given onto your screens. So now let's talk about the teacher's favoritism. This might have rang many of the bells. So yes, teacher's favoritism is illegal when it tantamounts to discrimination or maybe the breach of the merit. So in case this is being done to you, then again your university is supposed to have those cells intact and you can reach out to them. If that is not the case, you can go to the HEC first of all against your institution for not having such a cell, and secondly then you can tell the redressal and grievances cell that you have been facing such issues. And lastly, if that does not still works, you can go to the writ petition for being discriminated, since your constitution allows you not to be discriminated as a matter of your fundamental rights. Now coming to the issue of the fee hikes. And many of you might be facing many issues when it comes to the fee hikes. For that sake, first of all, you can yet again go to the federal ombudsman or the provincial ombudsman, whosoever is within the jurisdiction of your educational institution. After that, you can go to the consumer courts. Now, why consumer courts? So for your information, by virtue of the observation of high courts and supreme courts, the educational institutions, especially when these are the private institutions, have been recognized as business entities. So when you are reaching out to them, paying their fees, you people are their consumers. Hence, the jurisdiction of the consumer court is also extended to that. And if nothing works, then again you can go to the writ jurisdiction of the higher courts of your country, which are definitely the high courts and the Supreme Court of Pakistan. Now let me talk about something very important that has been ignored since past many years. However, the origination of which was for a very noble and a positive purpose. Yes, I am talking about the students' councils. So if you go back to 1960s and 70s, the student councils were actually established to give the students a voice, to make them heard to the people where they cannot reach to. because there is apparently a gap between the faculty and the students, and many a times students normally do not feel comfortable reaching out to the faculties directly. However, unfortunately enough, as with everything else, the student councils were politicized in the 80s and 90s, and they were used as tools of maybe defamation or some ulterior motives. However, I would definitely love to read your comments in the sections, and moreover, I would also like to initiate the debate over the matter that if the actual purpose of the student councils is yet again revived. So I think this is going to bring us a very positive results in the longer run. Let's talk about the sports law. So many of you have heard of the Haris Rauf's penalty that has been imposed by the ICC, and you all would be interested to know that under what law and under what authority has that decision been taken. Moreover, you would also be interested in doing the same thing to the BCCI. So all this is basically, for your information, is covered under the ICC's Code of Conduct. And Haris Rauf's penalty was basically inflicted under Article 2.6 of the Code of Conduct of ICC. And yes, I do agree with the fact that the attitude of the Indian team also tantamounts to misconduct and misbehavior, and yes, they shall also be penalized for that, and PCB on behalf of Pakistan shall actually take up a matter before ICC for that sake. So there are several arbitrations, and there are bodies that take care of the sports matters as well. And yes, there is a whole regime of law which is actually known as the sports law. And yes, the sports matters also do not go unchecked. In the end, I have something very interesting, and that are the unusual laws of the states. So do you people know that Singapore has actually banned chewing gums in their state? The reason that it does not only contaminate the public transport and maybe the streets, but it is also very much demanding when it comes to the costs of cleaning. So that's it for today. For any comments or queries, just reach out to us and we would love to respond to you people. Until next time, Allah Hafiz.